Did you know an alarming 50% of the time students spend studying is wasted on ineffective methods? It's a startling fact. Many students slog for hours poring over books only to find the results they crave eluding them. The culprit? Inefficient study habits. It's not about the hours you put in, it's about how you use those hours. Think about it. Imagine what you could achieve if you could make every study minute count. So how do we study effectively? Let's hear it from the experts. First up, let's talk about the Pomodoro technique. Developed by Francesco Cirillo, this time management method involves breaking your study sessions into 25-minute chunks, separated by 5-minute breaks. These intervals are known as Pomodoros. After about 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This approach helps maintain concentration and stave off mental fatigue. Next, we have spaced repetition. This is a cognitive science technique that involves reviewing information at increasing intervals over time. It's based on the forgetting curve theory by Hermann Ebbinghaus, which suggests that over time we forget information unless it's consciously reviewed. Spaced repetition helps to cement the information in our long-term memory. Then, there's active recall. This is a principle of efficient learning which claims the need to actively stimulate memory during the learning process. It contrasts with passive review where the learning material is processed passively. For example, instead of simply rereading a text or your notes, you test yourself on the material. This could be through flashcards, practice tests, or simply summarizing what you've learned in your own words. Finally, we have interleaved practice. This involves mixing different skills in a single study session. For instance, if you're studying math, you could work on a few problems from algebra, then geometry, then calculus, and so forth. This method helps improve your ability to differentiate between concepts and apply the right solution to each problem. Each of these techniques has its own benefits and they can be used in combination for maximum effectiveness. The Pomodoro technique helps you manage your time and maintain focus. Spaced repetition aids in long-term retention of information. Active recall ensures that you're not just recognizing information but actually understanding and remembering it. And interleaved practice enhances your problem-solving skills. Now that we know the techniques, it's time to implement them. It's one thing to know about these techniques, but another to actually implement them. So let's dive into some practical ways to put these expert study strategies into action. Firstly, let's talk about the Pomodoro technique. This is a time management method that promotes focus and creativity by breaking your study sessions into 25-minute intervals, separated by short breaks. You could use a simple kitchen timer, but there are plenty of apps out there that can help you keep track of your Pomodoro sessions. Next, let's discuss spaced repetition. This is a method where you review information at increasing intervals over time. It's a powerful way to ensure that information sticks in your long-term memory. Again, there are apps out there that can help you with this. They'll remind you when it's time to review certain information, making this technique easier to implement. But remember, it's essential to start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire study routine overnight. Try introducing one new technique at a time, and once you're comfortable with it, add another. And finally, consistency is key. These techniques won't work if you only use them sporadically. Make them a regular part of your study routine and you'll start to see improvements in your learning and retention. Remember, the key is to start small and be consistent. Think about the potential for success if you could make every study minute count. Imagine the way your academic journey could shift dramatically. The power of effective studying is undeniable, and it's within your grasp. When you study effectively, you're not just learning information, you're absorbing it, connecting it, applying it. This is where the magic happens. It leads to better grades, yes, but it's about more than that. Effective studying gives you time for hobbies, for friends, for relaxation. It's about balance. You see, studying smarter, not harder, isn't just an academic strategy, it's a life strategy. By studying smarter, not harder, you can transform your academic life and beyond. If you enjoy our content, please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel for more updates.